So apparently Dave Chappelle got attacked last night during the comedy show that he was hosting. A fan ran up, tackled him. You know, apparently he was armed. Crazy situation. But a part of me cannot help but say I told y'all so. If you remember my last video when I was talking about how Will Smith slapped Chris Rock in the face at the Oscars after making a joke, doing what comedians do. Chris Rock is a comedian. He's supposed to make lighthearted jokes. And that's what he did toward Jada. And y'all saw what happened. Y'all know the situation, but I believe a part of me still believes that whole thing was staged. But what I really took away from that was that it sent a message that comedians can no longer be comedians. Right? Comedians cannot tell a joke. Right? They can't do their gig. Right? They can't do their whole job, their shtick. Right? Comedians get paid to make people laugh. So it's at a point now, after what happened at the Oscars back in March, comedians can no longer tell lighthearted jokes without somebody in the crowd getting offended and, acting out in violence, right? These comedians cannot tell a lighthearted joke without somebody trying to come up to the stage and try to attack them. This is what I was talking about. And I believe I'd said something to the effect of this, back on my Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, Chris Rock video that I covered back in early last month. And so I saw this coming. So I'm not surprised how that, of the outcome. I'm not surprised that another comedian got attacked. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that there's a lot of, butt hurt, really in your feelings type of people out here that are willing to resort to violence when they feel offended, when they feel, when they feel like somebody is hurting their feelings, whatever, right? They can't take it. They can't take a simple joke. They can't learn to laugh and have fun. Everything is serious with them. Everything is so damn stern with these people. Like they can't learn to relax and enjoy themselves. But now these comedians have to look out. They got to really watch their back. It's like they can't do what they're made to do. They can't make people laugh, it seems like, without somebody getting offended. And let me tell you something, if you're easily offended and you're always in your feelings about something, all right, and you can't take a joke and you're overly sensitive, then you need to keep your ass home. You don't need to be going to no comedy show. You can't go to a comedy show and not expect to get roasted. That's what comedians are supposed to do. They make people laugh. Even sometimes at the audience's expense. Sometimes they'll make other people laugh at your expense. Right? You may be in the crowd and you may get roasted by the comedian. You know what I'm saying? You might get roasted by a Chris Rock or a Dave Chapelle. You might just get roasted. But you have to know that it's all in fun. You know what I'm saying? It's all in fun. Now I'm not saying that every joke is lighthearted. There are some jokes that are just, straight up cruel, straight up cold. I'm not dismissing that. There are some jokes that don't need to be that do not need to be told. All right? But on the lighthearted side, it seems as though people still can't accept a lighthearted joke without getting offended. And that's just the overall problem. People are so damn fickle. That's the reality of the situation, is that people are very fickle. And they are willing to jeopardize their own freedom, their own life, to what? Attack a comedian who is doing his job. That's his career. That's what he gets paid to do. So you're going to put somebody else's life at risk just because you can't take a joke? Just because you're overly sensitive? You know what I'm saying? Like, man up. Man up. Man the fuck up. There's no point in resorting the violence when you know there's going to be a consequence. There's going to be a consequence for you resorting the violence, especially on a celebrity, especially on somebody that is a big name. So I don't know if that was a smart move by that person's part. It was definitely not a smart move by that guy's part, trying to jump Dave Chapelle, tackle him to the ground. I don't know what you were trying to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? For anybody that thinks about trying to, when they feel froggy, they want to go ahead and jump, you might want to think about that first. You might want to use your common sense and use your brain before you start doing something that you're going to regret doing later down the line. You know what I'm saying? Before you get in serious trouble and you wind up regretting doing what you did. So at the end of the day, bro, this really comes down to common sense. It comes down to people being fickle, not using their brain, not using their head, reenacting impulsively. A lot of people have dangerous, impulsive behavior. Straight up. A lot of people are not using their mind. Their heads. Right? Now that person got to spend some time behind the cell, most likely. Most likely got to spend time behind the cell. Yeah. And going forward, like I said, these comedians got to be really careful of what jokes and what type of material they put out on their comedy show. Because they can say something to the effect that can really hurt somebody deeply, and that may cause them to want to attack the comedian. But like I said, if you can't handle a joke, you can't handle a lighthearted joke, you're overly sensitive, then maybe you got to stay home. Keep your ass home. But that's just crazy, man, how, Chris Rock getting slapped over a G.I. Jane joke, and then Dave Chapelle, literally a month later, he gets tackled by a fan. It's like, I don't see a coincidence when it comes to this stuff. That's definitely not a coincidence. To me, it ain't. I don't know what y'all think. Maybe y'all can let me know what your opinions are down in the comment section. Give me your thoughts, whatever, on what you think about this situation. I definitely don't co-sign with what the fan did. I thought it was stupid. I thought it was completely, uncalled for. And that person wasn't utilizing common sense at all. So, hopefully Dave Chappelle's all right. He's a cool dude. One of the GOATs when it comes to this, comedy shit. Definitely one of the goats, no doubt about it. But yeah, man. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section. Um, it's just another example of, overly sensitive people that are fickle, that don't use their brain apparently. Um, yeah, now comedians have to be very careful what they say, right? What jokes they tell, right? They can't just tell any joke without, going on stage and feeling confident that they're going to, make finish the show without being attacked. You know what I'm saying? Like, now they got to actually watch their back. Make sure that nobody's trying to attack them. And it just goes to show you that the security there was pretty weak. Like, you would think the security would be on high alert, right? You would think so. You would think the security would be on point in that type of situation. But going forward, you better have the entire police force. Whenever these comedians, these high profile comedians like Kevin Hart, Chris Rock, Dave Chapelle, whenever they start doing their shtick, their gig, listen, when they start doing a show, listen, you got to have an entire police force, man, making sure that they're all right, making sure that nothing even goes down, making sure that they don't get attacked by a fan. So, yeah, man, crazy situation. I don't really have any more thoughts about it, but yeah, man. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section. This is Mr. Solo Dolo, and I'm out, man. Peace.